Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I have been seeing these videos for the longest time and I've just never done them. I don't know why, but I've always wanted to make a TBR jar, okay? And I decided, let's do it now. I know I just made a fall TBR video, but those are my books that I want to be reading for like the next 3-4 months. So I want to pick out like 8 books that I'm gonna like try to get to this month. I already finished one, but I am looking up. I need to find some prompts. I'm not creative enough to come up with this right now. And Storygraph has a whole list. Would you look at that? I'm literally just gonna write it on a paper and then put it in this jar. I don't know how many to make. Like 20 or 25. It's a little bit later now. Actually, it's a lot of bit later now. I have the prompts written down. I wrote quite a few, but I didn't feel like I needed to fill up the entire jar, you know? I already have 4 in here, I think. And then I have however many this is right here. And I'm gonna cut them up and put them in the jar. I'm really excited. This is gonna be fun. Okay, I finished the prompts. I made quite a few, although it probably looks like I made none because the jar looks empty. I didn't make a super extensive fall TBR, so I wanted to do one just for the month of September. I'll probably try to pick a couple books off of there, but you know what I mean. Let's pick our first prompt. This is so exciting. Why is this so fun? Okay, a book with a number in the title. I already had one come to mind. And it's obviously Keeping 13 because I still haven't read it. I put this on my fall TBR because still haven't read it and I obviously really need to. This is perfect. A book with a number in the title, Keeping 13. I'm just like, I don't know why I'm scared. The first book was just a lot and it ended so tragically that I really need to start this. This is the second book in the Boys of Tommen series. It comes after Binding 13. Probably good that I'm being held accountable. Okay, prompt 2. A hardcover book. I really actually own barely any hardcovers because I just don't like them. We actually have 2 hardcovers on our fall TBR, which is Crooked Kingdom and Fourth Wing. Which one's going on my September TBR? Y'all are gonna kill me. But I think I'm gonna put Crooked Kingdom on my September TBR. I've already read a good chunk of it, so I just need to finish it so I can finish the series. I'm gonna read Fourth Wing, I promise. I promise I will, okay? I really promise, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Crooked Kingdom first. Prompt 3, a book that matches the current season. Oh my gosh, I wanted to do this. I was hoping I was gonna get this one. So I actually don't have this book yet, but it's Maybe Meant to Be by K.L. Walther. She just put this out. I think it came out on like September 3rd, but I don't have it yet. I did pre-order it, so it should be coming soon, but that's gonna be my book that matches the current season because look at the cover. It's just giving fall, and it's already on my fall TBR too, so. Prompt 4. Freebie! I made one slip in here, say freebie, which is just basically like, I can pick any book I want. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I can pick any book I want. I'm gonna pick There Is No Devil by Sophie Lark. This duet was on my summer TBR and I literally just never got to it. So I want to put this on there. It's a pretty short book, like under 300 pages. It's dark romance, so we're putting a little dark romance on there. But yeah, I just wanted to pick this. I don't know why. This was just calling my name. Okay, what one are we on? Prompt 5. Next book in a series. We have quite a few of those. There's a couple options. I could put Reckless by Elsie Silver because I just read Powerless. I could do Daisy Hates The Great Undoing, or I could read Fuel the Fire by Kristen Begarucci, which is the 3rd book in the Calloway Sisters series, or the 8th book in the entire series. So we could keep trekking along. This is going back to Connor and Rose's story. I love Connor and Rose so much. And it's been such a long time since I've read about them. Literally, since Kiss the Sky. And I've read Hot House Flower, Thrive, and Addicted After All after that. So it's been so long. And this means I could continue my Calloway Sisters series reading vlog. I started that so long ago and I just haven't continued it because I haven't got back to the Calloway Sisters series until now. I think we're gonna put Fuel the Fire on the TBR because I really, really want to read Connor and Rose's book. I love them so much. I literally might read this right now. Like, why do I want to read it right now? Okay, wait. Number 6. A book with a person on the cover. Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. I've been wanting to read this for quite a while. Honestly, I've just had this on my shelf for a while. I think I bought it earlier this year. There's a person on the cover. You see her right there. Yup. And Stephanie Garber literally has like a little thing on here that says a bewitching gem. I absolutely loved every moment. So slay, because we love her opinion. I remember I first heard about this from Olivia Reads a Latte. It's a fantasy about Elizabeth, who has been raised as a foundling in one of Alstermere's great libraries. She's grown up among magical grimoires that rattle beneath iron chains, capable of transforming into grotesque monsters. What? When an act of sabotage releases the library's most dangerous grimoire, Elizabeth is accused of treason. With no one to turn to but her sworn enemy, the sorcerer Nathaniel Thorne, and his mysterious servant, she finds herself entangled in a centuries-old conspiracy. Not only could the great libraries go up in flames, but the world along with them. That sounds good. Set in a library, I love that. Okay, Sorcery of Thorns on the TBR. Okay, my camera died, but we have 2 prompts left to pick out. So, set in a small town. I feel like automatically fantasy is out of the question. Not really ever set in a small town, but so for this one, I'm gonna pick Reckless by Elsie Silver. This is the most recent release in the Chestnut Spring series and the last one that I need to read before Hopeless comes out, which is the final book. So this one is about Theo and Winter, and I'm really freaking intrigued to see their story because if you read the series, you know Winter is a very interesting character, to say the least. I want to know more about her. I want to know more about who she is. I know I'm gonna read this, so it's perfect to put it on the TBR because if I know I'm gonna read it, I should put it on the TBR. Okay, this is the final prompt of the video. An author you've never read. There's probably a lot of authors I've never read, so let's see. Okay, I think I'm gonna try and pick a fantasy because I have quite a few romances on the TBR. So let's pick a fantasy. Okay, I wanna do one of Olivia Blake's books. I've never read any of her work, but I have both the Atlas 6 and One for My Enemy. This is one of her newest releases. I think she has another new release that just came out. But this one is like a modern day Romeo and Juliet retelling. And then the Atlas 6 is a book that went super viral a while ago. I really have no idea what it's about. I think it's about 6 people. It's about 6 people with like powers and something, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with the Atlas 6 because this one came out like so long ago. People have raved about this book, so I feel like I need to read it. This is the OG cover. I found it at Half Price Books. Okay, so those are all of the books that I picked for my September TBR. We have 8 really good books here to read. I'm super excited to get back into fantasy. I feel like I haven't read a fantasy book in so long because I just was in such a bad reading slump, and romances are the easiest thing to read when you're getting out of one, but I'm definitely out of my reading slump now and I'm so excited to get back into fantasies. So if you want to see me read these books and hear my thoughts on them, definitely make sure to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in my next one.